Welcome to Daybreak Plus on WGRZ Plus, and we've got a lot to talk about today. Going to be talking Buffalo Bills. We're going to hear from Coach McDermott about what James Cook had to say yesterday about how much he's worth in the running backs, and catch up with a candidate, contestant on The Voice. See how Elliott did last night.
Mr. Fleetwood.
But first, we're going to try and figure out why Patrick is.
What did James Cook say? Did he add to the?
Yesterday we were talking about him.
Did he add?
No. What we were talking about yesterday.
Okay, gotcha.
We've got Coach McDermott responding to that. Yes.
Voiced in. Okay.
Why are you showing a 1947 picture here? Or does it just look black and white because it's so gloomy?
It looks kind of like, yes, a 1954 image of downtown Buffalo, right?
Yes.
It's kind of a steely gray out there right now.
Yeah,
with,
not pretty, but it's not freezing, so that's good.
It's a little warmer. In fact, rain showers, Pete. That's what we got.
All right. Well, you talk about that. I'm going to get out of the way of your graphics.
Yeah, it's warm enough after hitting 50 yesterday. We're going to be in the right around 40 today before trailing off into the mid-30s this afternoon. Dry weather tomorrow, showers later on, a cooler end to the week as temperatures will be mild for a few days. Again, not as warm as yesterday, but mild, and then we begin to tail off. All right, 41 in Erie, 39 in Hamilton, Buffalo, 36 degrees in Olean. We do have some rain showers that are moving through, a few more behind it moving through Cleveland. So all of this will be done around midday. So we have some rain showers again early on, and then they will begin to taper off. But you can see some steady light rain moving through the Falls, Lewiston, Sanborn, down into Buffalo, and it looks like out towards Batavia, Clarence, even into the south towns. We're getting a little bit of light rain. And as you can see, we're going to deal with the light rain until about the noon hour, and then it should be drier as we head through the afternoon. Notice how temperatures, though, beginning to come down a little bit. We'll go from the near 40-degree range into the, let's call it, low, mid to upper 30s by this afternoon. All right, let's take a look at future look, show you what's going on. There's the rain that's moving through now. Notice by the afternoon, a lot of this pushes off to the east with some rain showers, temperatures in the 40s. Cooling off into the 30s, though, this afternoon and tonight. For tomorrow, we're going to see temperatures starting off below freezing, so there will be a little bit of refreeze. So we'll get a little bit of a crust on top of the snow melt we saw. And then as we head into tomorrow afternoon, we're going to see dry weather. But notice tomorrow night, rain and snow showers moving through. It looks like during the late evening, overnight, into early parts of Thursday, but it doesn't look to have a huge impact. Again, these weather systems moving through are pretty weak. So temperatures by this afternoon falling off into the mid-30s under cloudy skies. The rain showers should be done. Tomorrow afternoon, close to 40, mostly cloudy. Rain and snow showers moving through during the evening. So cloudy. Rain showers today, a south wind 10 to 15. Mostly cloudy tonight, down to 32. Long-range forecast. Showers again, rain and snow showers Wednesday night into Thursday morning. Dry on Friday. Another chance of rain and snow showers on Saturday, followed by cooler temperatures, it looks like Sunday into Monday of next week. A similar outlook for the south towns, where we're going to see, again, kind of a mixed bag. Well, rain showers today, a mixed bag Thursday, and then again on Saturday of next week, the first full day of March.
All right, so a little bit for everyone, and our ride into work tomorrow morning could be a little sloppy, but not all in all.
No, I mean, dry tomorrow morning, but a little sloppy in the sense that there will be just a little bit of a refreeze of some of the melt.
Yeah, I wasn't talking about normal people out there. I was talking about middle of the night driving into work like we do.
We're hardly normal.
Yeah, exactly right. All right. Well, one thing when the combine comes around, you get all kinds of things that people are talking about. A lot of times rule changes, and that's what's trending this morning. The Packers want the tush push banned from the NFL. That's according to NFL Network insider Tom Pelissero. Now, the play has been made famous by the Eagles and is also frequently used by the Bills. We know that. In fact, over the last 3 seasons, Buffalo and Philly have run the play more than the other 30 teams combined. 24 of the 32 team owners would have to vote to ban the play. Now, they're saying it's for for player safety, because you look at that scrum and it looks like rugby and just people getting crushed.
And it seems like we always go to the same side. I think we got to mix it up.
Yeah, you think so? Yeah. Well, you got the left tackle, and that's where they try to push it through. But I don't know.
To me, it's a football play, and it's like, there's no hard hitting. It's just a push. I mean, that's what a running back does. But ours is a quarterback running back.
And I guess if we weren't one of the only two teams that does it all the time,
think of the other
we might think it differently.
Brock Purdy, Tagovailoa. These are not other quarterbacks don't have the girth that Josh has, or the quarterback for the Eagles. I can't remember what's his name. Anyway,
Donovan McNabb.
Hurts. Jalen Hurts.
Yeah, Jalen Hurts.
They can put Donovan McNabb. Hello, 2004. Anyway, when you have a quarterback with size, it's easier to get the play done.
Yeah, well, maybe you're onto something there, because they're talking about player safety. Mm-hmm. Maybe what they're worried about is Josh hurting someone.
Yeah, that's true.
But it's a football play. I agree with you. We'll see how it plays out. But the NFL Combine also continues in Indianapolis today. Some of the best college athletes in the country spending the week working out in front of NFL scouts. And in addition to the workouts on the field, they'll also meet with the teams, hoping to make a good first impression. This week also gives us our first chance to hear from Sean McDermott and Brandon Beane since the end of the season press conferences they held right after the AFC Championship game. Channel 2 Sports Director John Scott spent some time with the Bills head coach yesterday as the page flips to the 2025 season.
Sean, we talk so much about Josh Allen so regularly, but now he's finally has this big trophy on his mantle as the MVP of the league. What does that mean to you as his head coach through the entirety of his career?
Well, to me, it legitimizes Josh's career to this point and all the work that he's put into it. And then above and beyond all that, I think it shines a great spotlight on the Buffalo Bills, our community, our area. I'm extremely proud of Josh for doing that, but also I'm proud for the Buffalo community because of what he's been able to do.
A couple days later in New Orleans, the Eagles' defensive front put on a clinic that maybe we haven't really seen, especially against the Kansas City Chiefs. You're a defensive-minded guy, and you've spoken so much about the defensive front. How much does that maybe add you chomping at the bit to continue to push that unit on your team?
Well, you're continually reminded of when you see a game like that, that's why, that's what. And so you never want to, copy everything down to the, detail, but just generally speaking, philosophically, O-line, D-line, quarterback, that's where the game's won.
All right, go get some dinner here. Busy man here in Indianapolis, competition committee duties as well with Bills head coach Sean McDermott. I'm John Scott for Channel 2 Sports.
All right, go get some dinner. Hey, they're continuing with the everybody eats mantra. right into the combines, even the coach. Yeah, I love the combine because do you remember Josh's workout?
Oh, he was in that sleeveless tank top. It was like a sleeveless shirt.
Yeah, and
he looked like he was 14.
And then he throws one 175 yards, and everyone's like, "Wow, look at the cannon on that kid." Yeah. But you see stars of tomorrow emerge. It's cool to watch. But yesterday on this stream, we heard from James Cook, the running back for the Bills. He appeared on a podcast and made it clear that he wants to be paid what he thinks he's worth in free agency. So Cook has made it clear he wants to make $15 million a year. McDermott was asked about Cook during the combine interviews.
Well, I love James. When you're a coach, I'm going to take the business part out of it for a second if I can. When you're a coach and you're on the field with these players and you're in the meetings and you're watching them develop on the field, off the field, he's a great example of one of the joys of that comes with coaching is developing and watching a young man develop in both of those areas, and then to go on the field in this case, this year in particular, and have the success that he experienced and how he helped our team. It's just a great feeling as a coach to watch a young man do what he did, and the business part is going to take care of itself. Brandon, I know, is on top of that, and he will be on top of that moving forward.
It's funny because people on the outside look at it like, oh, James Cook is disgruntled and he's mad at the team and everyone's mad. It's like, no, when you talk to coaches, you talk to players, they're very good at separating the personal side and the business side. And you heard nothing but love from the coach there for James Cook.
Yeah, we hear, okay, he took his pictures off Instagram and all that. It's like, hold on, there must be some kind of, method to the madness. He's just kind of advocating because, some of these players get paid once,
yeah,
right? A big contract. And I think he's kind of advocating for himself and his family and his generational pay. And, let's not look at it as just being greedy.
Yeah, and also, you got to remember there is a business side,
yeah,
and everyone in the game knows the business side is separate from the side on the field.
And as they say, what does NFL stand for? Not for long.
Oh, I thought it was no fun league.
No, but or not for long, meaning your careers are pretty short. So
yeah, and the other thing that came out with that podcast, which I found really interesting, is he's not only advocating for himself, he's advocating for the position and all the running backs across the league by getting together and talking to the other running backs and elevating the salary. So, it's almost like a union mentality, right? We'll see how that all plays out. But we're going to switch from the gridiron to the hockey rink now. And tonight, the Buffalo Sabres are back in action as they host the Anaheim Ducks. And they're also holding a Black History celebration. Coming off a big win on Saturday, they're focusing on maintaining their offensive success. Get this, the Sabres have averaged 5 goals per game over the last 6 outings, including that 8-goal explosion over the Rangers. Considering 5 of the 6 games were wins, let's hope that trend continues.
Last game, it just, pucks were hitting things and going in. I think you get a little bit of puck luck, you get people in the right place. We made some good plays.
We've just been playing with confidence. We got to a point in the season there where we weren't feeling it, and we're like, we're just going to go out and play the way we can, make plays, and play the right way. And the guys have been getting rewarded for it. So we know we can score goals, and we just got to keep it going.
Yeah, it's weird. By the way, Jason Zucker and Alex Tuck, who you see struggling to get up there, had maintenance days yesterday. Something we expect to see more of, as the Sabres essentially play every other day through the end of the season. Puck drop tonight, KeyBank Center, is at 7 o'clock. And it's, we talked about it at the end of the season. They were gripping their sticks too tightly. Nothing was really going their way. They were overthinking their shots. But it's funny, when things start going your way, they talk about puck luck. And you see pucks bouncing off 3 different players and winding up in the back of the net. And so hopefully they can keep the offensive powerhouse going.
Yeah, and the Ducks, they're a beatable team, right, tonight?
Who knows?
Yeah,
we'll see.
The Sabres have been known to beat the good teams and lose to the lousy ones.
Yeah, well, it's over the past 10 games or so. It's kind of like a different team. And don't worry, you'll get the complete recap when you wake up tomorrow morning on your phone from your son.
Exactly.
All right, stay with us. We're going to take a quick break now here on 9 o'clock and Daybreak Plus.
Hiram Rhodes Revels was a minister who in 1870 became the first African-American United States Senator, representing the state of Mississippi. 2 on Your Side proudly celebrates Black History Month.
All right, now time for a look at our top stories this morning. It's the next step in the campaigning process for those running for Buffalo mayor. Petitioning begins today and runs through early April. A candidate will need 2,000 signatures or more on petitions in order to appear on June's primary ballot. The race is currently crowded with 7 formally announced candidates. The Town of Tonawanda Board is taking legal action against its police union. The officers are accused of holding an illegal strike. Supervisor Joseph Veminger says that a large majority of them refused to write traffic tickets for a 3-week period after the disciplining of a fellow officer. Well, the town now has 60 days to produce a full investigation that will be made available to the public. We're entering day 8 of the prison guard strikes across the state of New York. And as meetings with the mediator continue, we've learned that the Department of Corrections is moving inmates because of staffing shortages. A number of inmates will be moved from the Collins Correctional Facility to, quote, ensure appropriate use of staff resources. As this strike carries into a second week, there is still no clear signs of when it could end. Thanks to yesterday's warmer weather, there has been some progress when it comes to attacking potholes in western New York. Crews were out filling some of the bumpy roads in Hamburg, Cheektowaga, Aurora, and other areas. We want to remind you, if you see a pothole and you'd like it filled, Erie County's DPW encourages you to reach out to them via social media, phone, or by visiting erie.gov. If it's in the city of Buffalo, you can just dial 311. And man, this has been a pothole-producing winter for sure.
Oh my gosh. I lost my car in one in East Aurora, it seemed like a couple days ago. That turnaround right by Barville, there are some very deep potholes. But the weather is, the crews are doing their best job to keep up on these. But the cold and the persistent precipitation hasn't been helping. Luckily, we haven't had too many big thaws, because that's really when things get rough. But we've had a recent one that started yesterday. We hit a high of 50 today, 40 rain showers during the first half of the day, drier weather in the afternoon. Down to 32, so we will refreeze some of this tonight, and then for tomorrow, 41 degrees. Here is the rain that is moving through. Steady rains, light steady rains for the next hour or so, and then it should begin to taper down. You can see the rain from Buffalo down through Evans and into Arcade and Springville, also up into the north towns as well. That system pushes out. Here comes the next one that will be here tomorrow night in the form of some rain and snow showers. So here we go, rain showers pushing away as we showed you earlier. That gives way to temperatures going from around 40 into the 30s as we head into tonight. Low 30s by tomorrow morning. As we head into tomorrow during the day, up around 40, dry weather, but notice some rain and snow showers. There we go, coming in tomorrow evening, tomorrow night. I think it's warm enough that it will be kind of a combo of rain and snow, probably more rain showers. And then those push out of here on Thursday. Followed by a few more rain and snow showers mid to late morning. So cloudy with rain showers for the first half of the day, drier for the second. There we go. Rain and snow showers Thursday morning. Again on Saturday, even though we're trending a little cooler here, this may be more snow than rain. Colder though for Sunday into Monday. And then as we head into the south towns and the southern tier, a similar outlook with kind of sloppy weather tomorrow night into Thursday, and then again on Saturday.
Well, you know what they say. We here in Buffalo, we prefer the winter driving because the snow fills in the potholes. All right. We are celebrating a Western New York singer this morning.
Life's too short to even care at all. Whoa. I'm losing my mind, losing my mind, losing control.
Yeah, that's the local musician we introduced you to earlier this month. He got his time in the national spotlight. Elliot Hunt, going by Elliot Fleetwood last night, performing on The Voice. And he performed the song Cough Syrup by Young the Giant. Before he sang, the show aired a moving video of Elliot and his family in Western New York. Unfortunately, none of the judges turned their chairs around during the blind audition, but he did get some encouragement from singer Adam Levine.
Kind of know pretty quickly, but I just kept throughout the whole performance being like, I'm right there, I gotta do it, I'm not sure. I felt like there was some pitch stuff, but I also think, having been plenty pitchy myself, I felt like that might have just been technical stuff. I'm just listening and I'm not watching you perform. You're playing guitar, which obviously I love too. Yeah. And this was the hardest non-push I've ever had. I swear to you, man, you gotta come back because I don't think this is gonna happen to you twice. I really don't.
Yeah, pretty
Come
wild.
back. That's pretty good.
Yeah, and seeing his wife Alexandria and his dad Mark on the off to the side there. You know, I've never seen Mark that emotional. But then again, I've known Elliot since he was
right.
So I was getting a little choked up as well watching. But so hopefully he goes back and gives it another shot.
I mean, they have two seasons a year. So yeah, let's go back in the fall. Absolutely.
Yeah, and he's tried out for America's Got Talent in the past, and he's tried out for The Voice and made it to the blind auditions this time. So hopefully it goes all the way next time.
Yeah.
But we are also celebrating a new billboard. Shark Girl is on the Delaware North billboard. It's downtown Buffalo at Chippewa, Delaware, and it says, "Winter, spring, summer, fall, we Buffalo her through them all." It's part of the AKG's 10-year celebration of its public art initiative. And from murals to sculptures like Shark Girl, Western New Yorkers have embraced these popular pieces from the start. I know you love all the murals.
Yes. We got one out front that is quite unique and interesting. And
absolutely. But now's a way to celebrate them all with a new exhibit at the AKG. Lauren Hall takes us there.
For more than a decade now, the Buffalo AKG has been brightening up Erie County through its public art initiative.
The Public Art Initiative at the Buffalo AKG is a unique initiative. There is no other museum in America that has a dedicated staff and a dedicated budget to producing year-on-year works in public space throughout a geographic swath as large as Erie County.
To celebrate the 10-year milestone, curator Aaron Ott is showcasing many of the artists who have been involved with a new exhibit in the museum's Jeffrey E. Gundlach building.
We've worked with over 90 artists on over 60 projects over the last decade, so we couldn't do everybody. But what this exhibition does is highlight a lot of those artists that we've had the pleasure of commissioning over the last 10 years and highlighting aspects of their studio practice together.
It's called High Viz.
Public art is a bit of a spectator sport. When we're out there making the work, you can actually see it in action. You can see the artist painting. You can see the riggers putting sculpture in space. You can see it coming together. In order to do that safely, we have to wear safety gear, high visibility gear, right? So it's these bright yellows and oranges that signify construction or change in your landscape.
Next to each piece of work in the exhibit is a corresponding label showing the artist's public art. And of course, Shark Girl makes an appearance.
A lot of the work that we have produced has become iconic in our landscape. It's become one of the defining elements of our region. And so whether that's Shark Girl, You Are Beautiful, or the murals that many of the other artists produce for this exhibition, we're thrilled that it's been so embraced by our community.
On your side, Lauren Hall, Channel 2 News.
And we talk about the initiative through the AKG and it's been fantastic. Most of the murals that you see out there, and there's such a variety. You know, you got the Goo Goo Dolls mural off of Broadway, you've got the Mark Twain mural up on Hurdle, and they just reflect such a cross section of the community. It's so cool.
Yeah.
But the other public art that's been around for generations, like you pointed out, the Larry Griffith sculpture out in front of our place.
I look at it every day, and I'm trying to identify with it. It's a unique.
Art is in the eye of the beholder, and you think it's an alien, so it's an alien.
It looks kind of like an alien.
But the same artist also did those larger-than-life sculptures, a lot of them on the waterfront out the Outer Harbor. So, you know, everywhere you go, there's some just great examples of the talent that exists in this community.
Yep. And you see it everywhere. Yeah, drive out, like you said, to where are that's out by the.
Oh, the Griffith Sculpture Park is if you haven't been out there, it is just a real bright spot in Western New York. It's right on your way to Ellicottville. Yeah,
in Ashford.
Right in Ashford.
Yes, I know exactly where that is.
And it's just acres and acres of hiking trails and so there you go. That's our plug for the arts, the Bills, the Sabres, and Elliot Hunt. Have a great day, everyone.